What up, people? I definitely had a boomer moment there. I know I had a one lineup where they had all of us on square one coming down,
Mm-hmm.
but I cannot find that shit, and it is pissing me off.
Mm.
But anyway, show must go on. We have the two usual suspects in the house, up there myself and Anzo Biggie for Entertainment, and we have a guest that comes on from time to time, Miss Becky. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good, and you?
I can't complain. Becky, if you don't know, people is the number one Cleveland Browns fan I think on the planet. Why she loves them so much, I don't know, but we're not going to hold that against her. Glad
I
to have
will.
Shut up.
Nope. I
you.
will.
Today we got a few questions. A couple from the NBA. Majority of them will be from the NFL related topics, and we're going to go into the first question. Let me try to pull up. Chris said he'd be there as soon as he can. I've already
Cool.
sent it, Chris, if you can hear us, to Twitter. So whenever you come in, please do so. And hopefully Roberto will be able to join us as well. First topic is going to be NBA related, and it is what can we do, or how can the NBA make the slam dunk or the All Star weekend better? Because the last couple have been very underwhelming, especially the slam dunk. I'm not mad at the 3 point contest or the skills challenge or the rookies versus the sophomores. I'm not even mad at the All Star game. I don't understand why they break up the scores with each um not inning but each quarter.
Each quarter.
But but out of all of that, and what used to make people gravitate toward All Star Weekend was the slam dunk contest. And this last one, man, it was hard to watch. So if you were the commissioner of the NBA, what would you do to try to implement it? Make it better, give more incentive, or would you cut it out? Or some people even saying that they should make the 3 point contest the last show of the night. What are your thoughts, Sanzo?
I think what they should do is throw $1 million on the table for the winner of the slam dunk contest and make sure that the people that they get in there are actually great dunkers. There's a lot of great dunkers in the NBA. Just remember the one with Levine and Gordon. You know what I mean? So you get guys like that, and I don't think they'd have to make it the change where the 3 point is last. You just need to get people who know what they're doing with their dunks, man, and get real people and make it like it used to be. Remember, there used to be like 3 rounds. Now there's only like two, and it's just I don't know. I find it dumb. I don't like the way they do it. So I think if you put big money on the line, get good dunkers, you can bring it back. But you got to be consistent with that. At least for the dunk contest. The All Star game, I hate the way the All Star game is. I haven't watched it in years. Ever since they started the draft, I don't like the draft thing.
The draft is actually fire in my opinion. It's
Yeah,
just it's just because I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish, and I'll go ahead and interject.
yeah. No, for me, I liked it better when it was East versus West. You know what I mean? Two conferences against two conference. Now you could just, pick whoever you want to play with, and it just doesn't appeal to me. But I want to hear what you think. What were you saying about it?
I like the concept of them drafting because it's kind of like a pickup game. If you're on the street, man, ain't no this part of town against that part of town. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
see who can play. You get to choose you want to play because um for, that kind of gives us a glimpse into like our dream teams, or if you're on NBA live or whatever basketball is, you can pick whoever you want, whatever. It kind of gives us a glimpse of that, like the dream team aspect, because who thought we would ever see Magic Johnson and Larry Bird playing together? Never. But
Yeah,
when we
true.
saw the dream team, we saw all that. We saw Michael Jordan. We saw um, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Clyde Drexler, all that. I mean, to me, that's the best team assembled, in history for us NBA related athletes. So I don't mind that, but I don't understand the points per quarter. That at the end of the quarter they start back the points again. I don't understand the purpose of that.
Yeah,
Um,
same here.
I think they should put more money on the line so they will play better. I mean, you don't want you playing like it's a doggone playoff game because somebody might get hurt. And I would say, okay, the first half you can give us a show, but when you come back at second half, you want to see an actual good game effort put into it. Plays called. I mean, people. I think if you throw money at them, just NBA got plenty of it. I think you'll see a better game, better product.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I do agree that because there's no defense or anything in the game. Like I literally watched one play, and I think it was LeBron or somebody. He just went right down the lane. No one did anything. They just stopped and watched him go for the dunk, and I'm just like, it's
Yeah.
fun to watch all the dunks and stuff, but I want to see games. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
see these guys play hard. I don't just want to see it in the fourth quarter. But like you said, you don't want to get injured during the damn All-Star game. So
Yeah. I agree. What do you think, Miss Becky?
Oh, I don't care.
What?
It's basketball. I don't care.
Oh my God! You're not gonna have anything to say in the basketball questions. Is that what you're telling me?
Basically,
Oh
all
my
I know is got to get a ball and a hoop. That's
Oh
all
my
I know
goodness.
about basketball.
What's,
Last time I played basketball, I got a bloody nose. I got a nosebleed.
Because you thought you was playing football. Okay. One is finesse, one is power. Okay, you gotta remember that finesse and power. Before we get to the next question, Caleb, what's up? G Major, what's up?
what's up?
Samuel Stokes, what's up? Ashley, what's up? And Mad 1306. The All Star game is better. The NFL Pro Bowl. I will definitely agree with you on that.
Oh, absolutely.
I've never watched a Pro Bowl in its entirety. Never.
Now, I will say that I do like the activities that they have for fans.
What's up, Dan Lang? I
At
like the thing when they show like the skills test, like the best QBs or the fastest DBs or the fastest man in the NFL. I like that. Now I think that's
well,
good.
no, I mean at the All-Star game because it was in Cleveland and there were a lot of stuff going on for fans to be a part of.
Yeah, they do a lot of things in the All-Star game, man. You know, for that whole weekend. But I think the NFL does it too.
Well,
And
was-
I
It was
remember. Yeah, go ahead, Becky.
the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii because they did a lot of stuff.
I remember that. Now that'd be cool to go just for the scenery. But
Yeah.
shit, I'm in the Pro Bowl and I got to go to. Okay, I ain't saying nothing bad, but Cleveland, I got to go to
Yeah, say it, Cleveland.
Bumfuck, Mississippi, Tupelo, Texas, or whatever. Man, I ain't want to go that shit for that. Just go ahead and just acknowledge me. Go ahead and let my coach know so they can go ahead and factor that into my salary increase I'm going to ask for because I made the Pro Bowl. But nobody want to go to them towns.
True.
I wouldn't. Just being brutally honest. Hawaii, South Carolina. Okay, that ain't even a fucking question. I'll go to Hawaii.
If I got a free ticket to the game, I'd go.
Okay, yeah, if I get a free ticket, but I'm not paying.
Yeah.
Free ticket, I might go. But I gotta pay.
So wait. If you not even a free ticket, but let's say you had a price where it's a good price, right? You could afford it, and you get like, I don't know, like right up close to the field. Just because it's in Cleveland, you wouldn't go?
No, I'm just saying I would go to a free. I would if it was free and I could go, I would go to it. I'm saying I wouldn't pay it. But
yeah,
I'm
right.
saying,
That's what I'm saying. Let's say you had to pay to go
right,
to.
I had to pay? No.
Oh, and here's one thing that I'll do out of the kindness of my heart if you guys ever come to Cleveland. If you come tailgate, I will treat you to tailgate. You don't have to buy anything. You'll have food, beer, and liquor.
That's very kind of you. But I can almost tell you that I'm never coming to Cleveland to watch a sporting event. I can almost tell you that with certainty. Nothing against your town, but I had free tickets to Charlotte. I told Alonzo this probably about 4 years ago. But you know why? Because y'all places are cold. I'm not going sit up in nowhere that's cold where I can sit in the comfort of my house, warm, and then got to walk 10 miles to go to the bathroom. No, I'm not coming. I'm not coming to Cleveland. I'm not coming to Pittsburgh. I'm not coming to uh, um, Green Bay. As much as I love Aaron Rodgers, no. I get a free ticket, a plane ticket to go see Aaron Rodgers, and it's in the dead winter. No, he ain't that bad of a man.
I'll have to show you a picture of our tailgating bus. It actually has an electric heater.
Y'all crazy.
You don't have to worry about getting
I'm not
cold.
going sitting in no fucking snow watch no football game.
Remember the picture I showed you, Danny?
Or what?
Huh? The people sitting in the stadium in the snow.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, y'all crazy.
Snowball.
The ice bowl. No, I'm not sitting on
Yeah.
that.
But a snow bowl. Have it snow as much as it did in Tennessee.
No.
Usually when it snows, it's not cold, so it depends on like how much it's snowing. You know what I mean?
See, if I was a commissioner, and I know it's gonna piss some of y'all off, there would be no stadiums. It would be all domes.
And so I'll have to show you a video, share a video of you with you of our snow bowl we had in 2007 against the Bills,
Sure.
and it was cold.
All the stadiums would have domes if I was the commissioner.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that. Especially North teams.
Yeah, that ain't fair.
That is.
No, that ain't. If you play in one of the southern teams like Florida all year long, how can you prepare to play in somewhere cold like that?
Well, they got to learn how to put on some long johns.
How can you prepare?
But Danny, got to understand, these guys have been playing college football and stuff like that, so they're used to it by now.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they're used to it. Now, their first college year, I'm pretty sure they weren't used to it. But after like 10 years of playing in the snow and shit, they may hate it, but you get used to it.
My one buddy went to Wyoming, and he's from Dallas. He hates playing in the cold, but he can handle it.
I probably can handle it, but fuck playing in it. No, that's okay. That if I was a professional player, that would be one of my things. That, hey, Danny, they can offer you $50 million. If you go to Pittsburgh. How much for Florida? 30. Okay, let's take the 30. Thank you. Let's go. You gonna leave $20 million on the table? Hell yeah! I ain't gonna die of hypothermia. No, I'm not. No, I can't. I don't do well with cold. So no.
So what if you're on a team where you know you have to play in the cold, like every year? Every year you have like at least 4 or 5 games in the cold.
I'm telling you, man, I don't deal well with cold. I'll be like, nope.
Wow.
I don't know. Okay, I know you live there, but you tell me right now it's -4 degrees where you at.
Mm-hmm.
What earthly, sane reason would I want to leave where traditionally it's in the 60s, 50s here? Occasionally get in the 20s to go live somewhere up there where every morning before I go to work, if I got a car, I got to dig my car out the snow in the wintertime.
Oh, there's times where you have to dig that motherfucker out the snow for sure.
Yeah, why I want to do that for? That's crazy. What I can do right now is go outside, lift my garage door up, jump in my car, crank it up, and go to work. No, that does not make sense to me. I'm just saying, call me soft. I don't care. I'm not going to no cold weather climate and know it. Okay. Second question. Steph Curry recently was interviewed and he defended Russell Westbrooks' poor play. This was featured on Undisputed by Shannon Sharp. Shannon was like, "Yeah, Steph said the right thing, but I bet you he wouldn't trade ABC for Westbrook to come on there." And my question is, do you think that he was correct in supporting Russell, or was just a bunch of lip service?
Well, I'm gonna say I have no problems with him defending Russell Westbrook. The Lakers aren't losing solely because of him. He's a big problem, but it's not because of him. Like, Lakers are in 9th place now, so
yeah.
And there were times where he was not playing because they benched him in the 4th, and Lakers be losing by like 20 points and shit. So
Yeah.
I don't blame them for their losses.
Yeah, that is correct. Any word on that, Becky? Of course you don't know. What's up, Chris?
I
What up, Chris?
don't want to comment on stuff I'm not really too familiar with. I
Okay.
just know that he's and the Lakers are in not very good shape.
Oh yeah,
No.
they're in Shitville now.
Yeah, so I don't want to. I can state my opinion, but I really don't know too much about the whole Steph Curry.
The biggest LeBron fan just said, and boy, it warmed my heart. Nick Wright is like the biggest LeBron fan on the planet, and he said that pretty much they were done, they were dead. No way they could win. His exact words: they didn't have a puncher's chance of winning if they made it to the play-in. So that did all my heart good because I literally think this man was sleeping with LeBron James as much as he licks his balls. So
For real.
I can agree with you on that, Danny.
yep. So, Mr. Knight, what do you think? Steph Curry recently defended Russell Westbrook's poor play, saying that Russell's a great player, that he's just going through a slump now. And
I had one question for you, Danny.
Yes, sir.
Before Chris answers, how many basketball questions did you have?
Just two.
Just two?
Mm-hmm. The other
Okay.
4 are football.
Well, I have a third one, so.
Okay.
But okay, so
Shannon Sharp said it was lip service. You think it was lip service, or you really think that he was genuine about Russell's poor play?
I think it's genuine to an extent. I mean, we've talked about it. I don't know. There's a lot of things on the Lakers that's wrong, and it ain't all Russell Westbrook. It ain't him. There's a whole bunch of stuff that just didn't go right this year. I mean, you guys were just talking about that they're like 7 games out of the 8th spot.
No, I think they're more than that. They're in 9th
Well,
spot.
They're in 9th.
I think if they lose a couple more games, they're not going to be eligible for the play-in. Is my understanding.
I think they have 29 wins and like 35 some odd losses, or I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But the next team has 35 wins, so they're at least 6 or 7 out from the 8th place. And I don't know. Again, you can have the greatest player in the world, and if things aren't working on a team, and we talked about this earlier also, if Westbrook is feeling like he has to push himself, maybe that's why he's not playing up to what his capabilities are. So I mean, there's reasons for it. I don't know if that's really something as an athlete you want to take. Every athlete's going to go out there and say, even if they had a bad day, I got to get better. That's the key, is that you got to know that even if you had a bad game, even if you're not playing good this year, you got to do something. There's a lot of things that have happened this year on the Lakers that I don't know. I would think everybody on the Lakers just kind of said, we're going to make it. Won't be a problem, and everything's just been status quo all season long. No moves during the trade deadline. I don't know. It's an anomaly. But I certainly know that you can't blame one player for it. You can't just look at Westbrook and say it's his fault. So I don't think it's lip service. How genuine it was, I can't tell you that either. But I don't think it's lip service.
All right. I don't think it was lip service as well. I think that Steph was trying to encourage Westbrook because he see boy's in a bad place now. I think a lot of Westbrook problem is why people don't sympathize with him is because he's so brash and so confrontational sometimes and doesn't take criticism easily. He made a comment earlier this year that because he's Westbrook, he shouldn't be even considered to be coming off the bench. No. If your play and your skills are diminishing, or you're not playing good, or you're not jiving with the team, then the coach, it's his job to say, no, I'm sorry, Mr. Westbrook, you're not playing how I envision this to be, and ultimately my job is on the line, which Frank Vogel's job is definitely on the line. I'm going to sit you down, and we're going to go ahead and run with these other players whose chemistry seems to mash well. But Frank Vogel's in a bad spot because whatever combination he's throwing in, the Lakers still are looking like a shit sandwich. And Laker Nation is not accustomed to looking like that. They did that one time before. They got LeBron James in there, and the people in there thought that could help them. And they won a championship. Laker Nation is one of the teams in the NBA that expect to be at the dance every year. So if you're not built to withstand that pressure, then don't even go there. Dwight Howard, I don't think he was built to stand that pressure because they had such people there. Prior to that, they had Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, then Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, then Shaq and Kobe. Now LeBron. That's a lot of pressure, and if you ain't built for it, just don't bring your ass to Lakers because they expect to be in the hunt every year. If you don't deliver that, they're going to get you out of there until they find somebody that can get them back to the promised land. So Westbrook, you one of my favorite players. I don't think not so much for Anzo.
Nope.
But what I like about Westbrook, man, when he's on the court, he gives you 110% every play. Now he's gonna have to learn that. Look, his athleticism is not gonna get him through like it did earlier. So you're gonna have to develop a different shot, a different game, change his game, same way all the greats did. When Jordan first came out there, man, he was grabbing a rebound, running full court, dunking, all that kind of stuff. But as he got older, he developed that damn fadeaway and the low post game. So he's gonna have to go back and watch some tapes, start from scratch all over again, and reinvent himself if he wants to be relevant and remain successful in today's NBA, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's what perplexes me so much about the Lakers this year. Because, like I said, that status quo thing. Like, it's not just Westbrook; it's everybody. It's the management, it's the coaches, and I know they're trying different combinations. They're trying things, but it's still like I don't know. It just feels too status quo, which is weird because normally the Lakers are the type of team that if it isn't working, we got to shake it up a little bit. We got to change something out here. They didn't do anything this
year. Well, Anzo, you see, you had a third NBA question.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead with it, brother.
All right, hold on. Let me just get something up so you can share my screen real quick. I'm kind of disappointed that you missed this one, but hold on.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh, you'll see when I bring it up.
Probably some kind of old doggone San Antonio bull crap.
Come on now. Really? You think I would do something like that, Donnie?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Probably something to do. You trying to argue the case that Duncan is the greatest of all time.
Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, I got it. Let me just share real quick. Go. There we go, Danny.
All right, let's see. What is this? Malarkey. You're the greatest coach of all time, and I'm thankful and grateful for you, Pop. I love you so much, and you deserve this, and can't nobody ever take this away from you. Love, GOAT. DeJounte Murray congratulates Coach. Somebody.
On being the winningest coach in NBA history. Okay. So if you guys don't know, last night the Spurs played Utah and they won by 2 points. And with that win, Coach Popovich becomes the winningest coach in NBA history, passing Don Nelson.
Okay, good for him. I'll give him a hand. Very good, Coach Popovich. Now go ahead and put on your pen and sit down and watch the rest of the NBA.
The GOAT, baby.
Now,
greatest of all
let me transition into the NFL. Pull up my new little icon. First down.
Damn. Didn't let no one else make comment, nothing. Just fuck
Oh, sure. Go
Popovich.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Becky, what do you feel about Coach Popovich being the winningest coach of all time? Do you really care?
Congratulations, but I have no idea who that is except for what ends up.
Okay,
So,
boom, good. Chris, what do you think? Do you really care?
Listen, it's an accomplishment, but it's one of those things that, I don't know. You know, if you don't have like championships and stuff like that to back it up, and I know they've had championships. I'm just talking about.
He has 5.
That's a wrong argument for that one.
Wait. Let me explain what I was saying. Getting it this late and after the success he's had, but it's like this is just like a trickle thing. It's like, I don't know. It congratulations for sure, because it is an accomplishment. But at the same time, it just doesn't feel like as much of a thing, because again, they're not what they used to be.
I'm gonna let you be on that limb by yourself.
I think you're gonna have to be on there by yourself, because it has nothing to do with what they used to be. He has 20 fucking years of making the playoffs with Tim Duncan. He has the Spurs have well, maybe not now because Tim Duncan's, but when Tim Duncan was playing for those 20 years, they had the best win percentage out of any team in any sport.
I understand that. I just think, I don't know. It just, to me,
yes.
Get rid of this guy, please. I'm done with Chris. Get the fuck out of here with this. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's great. It's great you got it. It just, I always like to think when they get these things that it's going to be a much bigger thing than what it is.
1,337 wins, bro.
Yes, I understand that.
It's very rare that fucking coaches get to that. Plus, he's going to continue coaching at least for another 2 seasons. So he's going to add to that record. Bruh.
Can somebody click that thing that Danny just did?
Coach Pop will help you get your Z's.
Oh my God. Fuck all you haters. He is the GOAT, hands down.
Okay, he's the best coach ever in NBA history. That makes you happy?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
He's the best. Okay,
but I know you don't believe that shit though. You're just saying that bullshit.
I'm saying it to appease you because you're my friend.
Yes, I know that. But I need you to believe. No,
I do not.
No. I need you to believe it, Danny. Not just say it.
I believe that you want me to believe that he's the best. Okay.
I need you to believe it, man. No,
I believe
whatever.
I believe that you want me to believe that he's the best.
And whatever you say about this, Ento, I'll agree about it.
Yes,
thank you.
Like you said, he's the best.
Honestly, I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Coach Pops is the GOAT. He's the best. He is the best. He is the king. Coach Pops, the king. Long live the king.
Fuck y'all, man.
I'm saying long live the king. What I'm saying. Okay, he sucks. Fuck him. He sucks. Does that make you feel better?
At least it's honest.
I don't think he sucks.
I know how you feel about Pop, brother. It's all good.
I don't think he sucks, though. I don't.
If he's won all those games, then he's good. But I'm sorry, but who gives a fuck?
I'm just
well.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, like I said, I just
about that boy. Feel that energy and venom.
Of course, he's got those wins. Of course, I'm not taking that away from him. Maybe what I'm trying to say is for him. I would have hoped it would have been a much bigger thing, so like a grander experience. It's just kind of on the back end of the thing, so it's like I don't know. It just doesn't feel as big as it should be.
I'm gonna say this. This is really real. Coach Pop is an excellent coach. If I was a basketball player coming up, I would. Okay, yeah, hell yeah, Hall of Fame, first round. But I think what makes this scene, in my opinion, not as important is that sometimes he can be an asshole to the damn journalists and the media and be kind of eccentric, or whatever word you want to put on it, and that kind of turns people off. I mean, that's just what I really truly think. But the accomplishment, you can't deny it. I mean, he's a good coach.
No.
Fantastic coach.
Yeah.
And that is honest. Okay. Going to NFL. Deshaun Watson. Carolina Panthers want him. If he waives his non-trade clause, they are going after him hard and heavy. Do you think this is a good move? Do you think that they're asking for trouble? What are your thoughts, Becky?
Well, here in Cleveland, there are so many rumors about not only Carolina, but Cleveland getting him. And what I understand of his contract, he can meet with the teams that he's interested in, but he has the final say of where he goes.
He has to waive that non-trade agreement that he has in place.
So I personally want to see what Baker can do, but wherever he goes, I wish him the best.
Okay.
I mean, if we get him, I'll be happy.
Well, we already seen what Baker could do, and it's not much.
I knew that was coming.
Also, good night. It's Enzo, so I expect nothing less. That's why I love him.
Also, what do you think? Do you think it's a good move for Deshaun or good move for whatever team that picks him up? I know you're not a fan of Cam Newton, so do you think he would be a suitable replacement for Mr. Newton?
I think he'd be a suitable replacement for a lot of quarterbacks, to be honest with you. I still think he might be a little bit overrated. But what's going on with his court thing, though? Is that done?
All of the
I think all the
accounts,
envelope.
not accounts, but accusations, all of those 22. Okay,
They were dropped?
they were all dropped.
I think all those checks. I think all the victims have received their checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
But
Yeah.
I will tell you this. About Deshaun Watson. He listens to whoever controlling his, because you ain't heard a peep out him.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't making no crazy ass statements.
Mm-hmm.
He sit his ass on the sideline. He chilling. He letting this shit get cold. I don't know. Last time I heard about Deshaun Watson in that case.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give him props for he's shutting the fuck up and riding the storm
and playing football.
and playing.
Well, going to play football.
Going to play.
Yeah.
Because most people, and I'm going to bring back Antonio Brown, would have been on somebody's doggone talk show saying some stupid shit, bringing attention to himself, and turning the public opinion poll against him. So kudos to Deshaun Watson, who I hate. His alma mater, fucking Clemson, with a passion. But hey, he listened to somebody. He keeping his mouth shut, keeping his nose clean. So I'm all about giving him a second chance if he gets opportunity to get one. Chris, your thoughts? Well, I'm sorry. Were you finished, Jonzo?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
Man, him and McCaffrey, that'd be an awesome combination with that. I mean, the amount, if you think about that. McCaffrey doesn't have to be the only one that can run then. You got Watson in there. You won't know what they're planning. Watson's a good enough quarterback that a team with a run and gun concept, that would work really well. I would say that he's kind of like Newton was. I don't know if all his court stuff's gone. I think Carolina would be an interesting place, but I don't know why you would. I don't know why if you're the Texans, you don't just keep him and deal with it. But if he goes to Carolina, I think that'd be an interesting fit for him. There, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He like you said, he has to waive his trade clause, and I don't know if he'll do that. It's going to have to be a team.
100% is going to be the ones to help him at least get back to the playoffs. So I don't know if Carolina's that team, but I think he could make them that team.
Yeah. I think wherever he goes, he's going to be definitely asset. to be honest with you, I'll take him in fucking Pittsburgh.
I would.
You know what I'm saying?
I would like all of that court stuff is done, and regardless of what happened and everything, we don't know what happened.
Exactly.
That stuff was taken care of, and if anyone gets them, if the Browns get them, I hope if they help us kick your guys' ass 2 to 3 times a year, I'll be thankful. And I'll be at the games.
It's kind of funny you say that because I don't think even when you guys were good, you could still beat us 2 times a year. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Oh, I understand that. And
I mean, we did make the playoffs this year and you guys didn't, you know, so.
Yeah, but I still blame COVID for a lot of the shit that happened last year, and not just with the Browns.
I can completely agree with you. I completely agree with you.
The whole COVID situation, and they're not testing players anymore this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not testing.
Interesting. Well, I think everybody's trying to go back to normal now, so I really don't think I think they should still be testing because it's still, a threat. I just think, yeah, go ahead.
They said that they're going to be testing if players or coaches or anyone show symptoms, but they're not going to test teams every single day because that's one thing that messed up teams.
Yeah. Well, it did mess up teams, and also, the games to me they just weren't as good because you didn't have nobody in the stadiums. You know what I mean? It just felt like even with basketball when they did the bubble thing, it just felt like some of these teams guys were just playing to get their paychecks.
Well, yeah, and thankfully they had all the fans that all the people that there were a ton of people at the Browns games. There was a ton of people at the Vikings and Bears game that I went to.
Yeah, so now, right? Now things are getting back to normal, which is good. So,
okay, everybody get to see what they want to say. I had to step away for a minute. Apologize.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go to the next topic, which is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, who now is or was the former QB for Seattle Seahawks. He is now he's going to take his talents to Denver, to the Mile High Stadium. Do y'all think that Denver gave too much to get Russell? Because here's what they gave up. They gave up 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 1 fifth-round pick, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant. That's what the Seattle Seahawks got. Now, the Broncos only cut Russell Wilson and 1 fourth-round pick. Does that not seem lopsided to anyone here on the panel?
Not for a player of Russell Westbrooks' caliber, no. You know what I mean? I mean, Denver's probably playing for the future, so they're not worried about the draft picks, but I know draft picks can really help a team if you get a good, player in there. But how many years do you think Russell has?
1 or 2 there.
What's that? You think 1 or 2?
1 or 2 there. This division in the fucking world. I have no clue.
He's 33 years old now. So if he stays like this, I can see him playing the 40. So that's 7 years he got to play.
That's fine, but that team just decimated any chance to have players that he can play with. And he's going to get disenchanted. That team wasn't all that great this year anyways, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think they should have stuck with Drew Lock, kept their damn draft pick, and gone for it. Drew Lock, I think Seattle got a freaking beautiful, beautiful trade out of this. And you get a young quarterback who has abilities and has a lot. And I mean, I got to see a lot of him because he played here for the University of Missouri. So, I got to see a lot of it. He's from Kansas City. This guy has got a lot of talent. And I know Russell Wilson, he has a lot of talent too, but he won't have anything he can play with. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know if he had any say in this. That's the thing. I don't think he had any say in this, because if I were Wilson, I would have been like, "Are you fucking kidding? You're gonna trade me, and you're gonna get all this shit, and they're gonna be decimated. They're not gonna be able to draft anybody for me. They're not gonna be able to." I wouldn't have gone. If I had any say in this, I would have looked at it and said, "Fuck that! I'm not going." You just took any chance I had for making that team or being on a team that has a chance. You took that from me. I think this is horrible, and that's why I asked the question on the Final Five this past week, or I asked that: do you think that Denver is going to have a better year than Seattle? I don't think they will. I think they just ruined any chance they have of getting anywhere in the next 5 some odd years, and I think Wilson will get tired of it, and he'll ask to be traded.
That's a strong argument.
I do think that they'll. I do think that Denver will have a better record. Well, it's hard to say. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I think they will have a better record, and I agree with you. They did give up a lot to get him, but man, he's one of those quarterbacks. If he's on the market, you get him. You know what I mean? You can probably find other ways to build around him. You know what I mean? Now that you got Russell Westbrook, there are actually wide receivers who will want to go to Denver just to play with him. So
you've got the cap room, and I don't know what their cap room is right now, but again, it's Denver. I just don't think one player, and basically, again, players are going to go there looking at it, and one of the first things they're going to think is they just gave up 2 first-round draft picks, 2 second-round draft picks, and this year, that first-round draft pick is going to be worth quite a bit.
What are the years on the draft picks? This year and next year?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they're straight up. It boggles the mind what Denver's thinking, and I don't know if Elway's still in charge of decisions like that or not, or what's going on there. But if Elway's still in charge of these decisions, he has tried to find a quarterback for that damn team for near 6 years now or more, and he can't seem to. He certainly knew how to play the game, but he certainly doesn't know how to find a decent quarterback. And I'm not saying Russell Wilson is not a decent quarterback. That's not what I'm saying here. I am saying the only way he got a decent quarterback there, a guaranteed decent quarterback, is by giving up the rest of the chance that team has to be a good team. Listen, we had Joe Montana, and we couldn't do shit because we spent way too much on trying to get him here, and then we didn't have a defense. We did that several times to our team here in Kansas City, and they're doing the same thing. They're literally throwing everything they can at one position, hoping that's going to fix the whole damn team, and it won't. That's not how you build a team. It sounds great in theory, but when you have to give up any chance you have to build that team up behind that guy, it's game over. Let
me ask you this. Being the fact that, and I'm not saying this to be smart ass in any kind of way, but being the fact that we are amateurs at this and they are professionals that see that and evaluate and do this kind of stuff, is it feasible to say that maybe they gave up that, but they got free agency people that's going to come in that they're already secure to say, hey, look, if we get Russell Westbrook, will you come here? Would you do this? Would you do that? Because we don't have a free agency list in front of us to see who's on the free agency market and who.
There's one name that won't care what the thing is, what the reason is. If the money's there, there's one name that goes there, and you know that name.
Who? John Elway?
Antonio Brown. That's the only thing that they might be banking on right now.
Well, I'm sure John Elway got some clout, and he's the one that make those decisions, so he had to prove that. So, but he's been notorious for making bad decisions too.
Exactly.
I don't know if this is one of them, but
I mean, and yeah, you're absolutely right, Danny. And sorry, you're absolutely right. We're amateur.
Oh.
I mean, I could be totally off the handle thinking the way I'm thinking. I'm looking at it though. Listen, free agency only buys you a player for a couple of years because after a while, those contracts are backloaded. So they're going to come in that first 1 or 2 seasons will be really good. They're still banking a lot on them, and it's going to cost them a lot if that's the way they want to play it. And you got 2 years.
I think the trend is now we want the Super Bowl now. We don't want to wait.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to rebuild because that's what LA did essentially. They traded Goff, who was supposed to be their future, for Stafford, who they had faith in, and it paid off. But teams are seeing that, and I think that trend is starting to shift. Is we don't want to rebuild. We want to get the best possible team now to make the run at it now because we want our rings now. We're not trying to wait and let stuff go marinate and cook and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think now the trend is we want it now, and I think now, and I'm just sitting outside looking in. John Elway said, "I done did all this other stuff. It ain't work out. So let me try something different now." Russell Westbrook is one of the best quarterbacks out on the free market now, or we can trade for. Let's get him. Then let's maybe do Antonio Brown. Or maybe he got deals in the works we don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
Then when the NFL season starts, you're like, damn, you know what the hell I'm doing?
I'm looking at this from a point of somebody who's seen this team 2 times every season. And this past season, they were woeful on both offensive and defensive. You only have so much money the cap can bring people in. And yes, there are impact players in 1 or 2 positions that can change the overall way your team plays. And there's certain guys you can bring in that might elevate other players so they play better than they do. I mean, it'll elevate their play. There's chances of that, yes. I just think that because of all the draft picks you gave up, that what that does is that makes it so you can't bring in maybe a really nice high-end, first-round draft pick. I mean, hey, they got 2 first-round draft picks they traded right here. Take those two second-round draft picks, trade that to somebody for a low first round or something. There's more that they could have done. I think, again, it's my feeling, kind of knowing how they played this past season and kind of knowing what they do and don't have on offense and defense, because, hey, that's what we do. And, in the West, in the AFC West, we pay attention to that, just like Becky pays attention to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the other people in her division. We kind of know about that stuff. I don't think they have enough money to put talent in there that's enough to get them to the Super Bowl in one boom. They had in LA, they had what's his name? Donald, the defensive guy. They had people there already. They didn't have to put a ton more into it. Then they got Odell Beckham. There was just a couple pieces they needed to get. Denver needs about 20 pieces to be a team that might think about getting to the Super Bowl. I mean, 20 is an exaggeration, but I'm still saying there's probably 5 to 10 players that they need to find, and I don't think they have enough money for it. I just don't think that
they freed up a lot of money when they released Von Miller. So I don't know what they got for that. They probably got some first rounds or something from LA from that. I don't know, but.
Go ahead.
I say I'm just going to wait and see. I don't know whether he's going to be the genius or he's going to be the doggone clown, but we'll see. Alonzo, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I'm going to wait and see. Like I said, I think they'll probably do well. I think you're right. I think that they can get some free agents over there. Hey, man, if you got Wilson, you take a chance on Antonio Brown. I'd do it. I would definitely do it. So
I got you. Even with all the baggage.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Becky, what do you think?
I don't know if Wilson will do all that good if they don't get any weapons to help them.
Right.
And you can have the best.
Let's say hypothetically they get Antonio Brown. How does that change your opinion on whether or not they can make a run for the Super Bowl or not? Or at least the playoffs.
It honestly doesn't, because of how strong the AFC West is with the Chargers, Kansas City, and the Raiders.
I got you.
The AFC West has to be one of the strongest divisions.
Right now, I'm not sure how good Pittsburgh is going to be because they don't have a quarterback either. All right, so I mean,
they'll get somebody in the draft.
I have a question for you, Danny.
Yes, sir.
Who's a better quarterback, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers? Okay, answer that question really quick, and then answer this. Why didn't Aaron Rodgers go then? Because Denver wanted him.
No, because I'm about to tell you why in the next question we got. But
okay, but
I like both of them.
My thought process here, though, is if Aaron Rodgers didn't go, he didn't think get people.
Don't cop out. Don't cop out, Donnie. Who's better?
Who's better?
You said it. Yeah.
Oh, I definitely think Aaron Rodgers is better.
Okay. Well, that's
all I find that as big of a red flag as anything. That Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna tell you why. And as soon as we finish the next topic is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. But the thing is, Aaron Rodgers looked at everything and said, "Hey, I'm in a division that I can own this division." He looked at the AFC West and said, "There's no way in hell Denver's going to get enough people in there for me to compete." And that's why I said I don't think Russell Wilson had any say in this.
He has to say he got enough cachet clout.
I don't know
because that wasn't his only choice. He had that Washington, and who was the other one?
I would have gone to Washington.
I forgot exactly who it was. Okay, that's all our final thoughts on this topic. All right, next one, Aaron Rodgers. People are saying the bad man. There he is. Why did he stay? Why did he? And Chris just made a comment. Why did he go to Denver? Did he have any kind of fortune teller reading the landscape saying, I won't be successful there? I don't know, but this is what I think. The only reason why the bad man stayed there because they offered that motherfucker $200 million. I would stay there for that kind of money. $200 million. Shit.
Even in the cold.
Let's go. Yeah, even in the cold. $200 million.
Matters to Danny. Danny won't go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
$200 million keeps you a hell of a lot warmer.
Let me change. Okay. Play it back. I said $50 million to play in Pittsburgh or whatever. $30 million to play in Florida. I can take that $20 million difference. But if you say $30 million to play in Florida and $200 million to play, shit, okay. Just buy me some long johns, the damn thermal underwear, gloves, whatever. $200 million. That's life changing. So, and he like 38 now. Shit, yeah. Sign me up. I'll damn. Shit, let me sit in the hot tent doing the plays. $200 million, that's a lot of damn money. So I don't blame him for staying there for $200 million.
There's a couple things here that really factor into this. One, and he's a guy that he's a Green Bay Packer. I think it's going to be really tough to pull him from Green Bay for anything.
I got $200 million reasons why.
Yeah, okay. I'm not even talking about the money. Money helps, sure. But I really do think that I would say that Denver tried to get him, and he said no off a sheer fact of, again, and this has been talked about on multiple shows on ESPN and on NFL Network, about you really have to think that that Denver has some way of getting something there to help whatever quarterback they did get, because everybody knew they were going to go after some quarterback. And I know the consensus is among the experts too, is that Denver just doesn't have the ability to do it. That they're not going to get the people there. And so I think, I think that's why he didn't go to Denver. Now, why he didn't go anywhere else, I don't know. But I think a lot of this is, besides the $200 million, a lot of it is he knows the division, he knows it's weak, and he knows he can win there. He knows he can. He's done it year after year. Even on years they think they thought that they weren't going to be able to do it. Well, think about the first game last year. They didn't even look like they belonged on the field. And then they came back and they were one of the best teams in the NFC. He knows what he's got there, and then you hand him $200 million on top of that. Of course, he's not going to leave. But there's a lot of it also comes down to is he knows that thing is is the grass greener on the other side. Do you know the other devil? It's do you stick with the devil you know or the devil you don't? He knows that devil. He knows it in and out. He knows that league, that division in and out. That's a big part of it. And then, like you said, Danny, you throw $200 million at the guy, it makes it even more. Hey, fuck this, I'll stay. I mean, I think that a lot of it was also the fact that it's really difficult to get away from something. You're like, I know what I have here. I absolutely know what I have here.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good in theory, but I started off policing in my hometown. I knew my hometown backwards and forward. I hated it because every time I turn around, somebody wanted, hey, Danny, we went to school together. Can you help me out with this? No, I went somewhere else and I thrived and became what I am now in my profession. So that's just the example I'm going to use. The only reason I think Aaron Rodgers stayed because he was miserable, according to all reports we heard last year. He was miserable and done with Green Bay. When you sit down and you write that check and say, look, your ass stay here for the next 4 years. In those 4 years, you're going to get $200 million. To me, that is the only reason why he stayed. Because then he'll be 42 years old, $200 million in his bank account. He can ride off into the sunset. Plus, on top of that, that's his best chance, I think, if you want to get another Super Bowl, because all you got to do is tighten up. Regular season, he's a beast. Super Bowl is when he's not the bad man. He's the what the fuck man. If he can tighten up and just put together 2 or 3 games, he can get another ring. And I think that's his best chance. That's the cherry on the top.
His best shot would have been with Pittsburgh, but I'm just saying.
You just stated, though, what I just said is that there is a factor in there that I know this team. I know I can do it with this team. The $200 million, I think what the $200 million is to him is it's the Green Bay Packers saying, okay, we know what we did to you 2 years ago. We know we drafted a first-round quarterback that made you feel like we didn't want you here, and da-da-da-da-da. And then they said, but we're going to give you $200 million. He's like, okay, you guys are now showing me that you want me. You want me here. And that was in his mind, I think that plays in one way, and that is they do have faith in me. I think that's why he was miserable, because he's sitting there looking at, you're not getting anybody in here. You went and you got a quarterback underneath me, which, if you remember, that's kind of the same way they did Brett Favre. And so he's kind of looking at this going like, it's all the same thing all over again. That makes you miserable. The $200 million to him is not just money. It is an assurance to him that he is their guy. And that's probably, and again, yeah, $200 million, it doesn't hurt to get $200 million. But I think that it's more than just the money. I think it all factors into the fact that it now makes sense to him that is definitely where he should stay. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot to be said with knowing what you're playing against.
We cooking the same dish, but we're using different ingredients. That's all
I think so. I do agree with what you're saying there. I understand that. I just think that, there's that factor to it that, some of it is the fact that he knows that place. I mean, going back to Russell Wilson really quick, I don't think he knows what he's getting into. But
I think he's miserable. He's miserable.
I think he was.
When you're miserable and your family miserable, and you go home to that miserable job every day, that takes a toll on you. The only thing that will compensate that I know of is fucking money. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, Aaron Rodgers was miserable as fuck. And I think he's going to walk out on Green Bay knowing all this shit and all and say, fuck y'all. But when somebody throws that kind of money at you, that makes you say, okay, I can do this for 4 more years. It wouldn't make the average person do that. I don't think that, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it and I'm going to let you go down. I don't think that Russell Wilson got that opportunity. No, we're not offering $2 million. You're going to offer you the same regular thing. Take it or leave it. If you want to, then Russell say, okay, let me get up out of here.
Right. It shows that Seattle didn't want Russell either.
I agree.
Well, that's true. Well,
he's still in his prime. He's still in his
Exactly. If
prime.
they
He's
wanted
33
him,
years
they'd have
old.
paid him. If they
Yeah.
wanted him, they would have paid
He's
him.
33. Aaron Rodgers 38.
Mhm.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
come on. Man. What do you think? I'm sorry. We
No, you're fine.
monopolize the conversation. What do you and Becky think on this?
Me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Enzo.
Oh, go ahead, Becky. You first.
I basically think it's about money. But I agree with what Brett Favre said this week. I don't think any player is worth $200 million.
Brett Favre full of shit. They offer his ass $2 million. He'd take it.
Yeah, you would take
It
it.
ain't what you think you're worth. It's what the owners and the person that's willing to pay think you worth. They think you worth $200 million. So guess what? Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Here's my checking account. You can go and deposit it right here.
And I couldn't see him go anywhere else except for Green Bay. He knows he can dominate that division.
Let me ask you a question, Becky. If you were to go and look on the news tomorrow and they said Aaron Rodgers changed his mind, he wants to be a Cleveland Brown, what would be your reaction?
I'd have to make sure that he's not crazy.
No, he's definitely going. What would be your reaction? Would you go out to the mall and buy his jersey?
If I had the money, maybe.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Alonzo, same question.
I don't buy jerseys that much unless it's defense players.
I was trying to be facetious on that.
I already told you he would have to prove to me that he's down for the
Okay, I got receipts saying otherwise. That when you found out he wasn't going, you were a little disappointed.
No, I wasn't disappointed. I just said fuck him. I know how good. I wasn't really disappointed. Fuck him. You know what I mean?
I thought the text was like "damn" or "fuck" or something like that.
It was probably fuck. You know what I mean? But it was more fuck because now I got him back in Green Bay and have you sitting there talking about the bad man this and the bad man that, and I also wanted you to be cheering for the Steelers. You know what I mean? So.
I knew he wasn't going to come to Cleveland or Pittsburgh. So
nobody wanted him to go to Pittsburgh more than me, bro. I can tell you that. Oh my God, I want him to go to Pittsburgh.
So the way you wanted me to cheer for him is the exact same way I wanted you to cheer for Pittsburgh.
I'm going to cheer for him, not Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
cheer for him is a cheer for Pittsburgh, brother.
For a player versus cheering for a team.
Yes, but cheering for him is still cheering for Pittsburgh, bro. Because you still want
never hear me say, "Go Steelers." It'd be like, "Go Aaron, there you go." Yes.
Yeah.
Man, did it again.
Yeah. That's fine.
He's still
in the Steelers jersey.
You'll be happy if the team loses.
He's still in the Steelers jersey doing that shit. So,
if his QBR be 95 and the Steelers lose every game, I'd be like just as happy. Yeah. Look at that boy. Look at that.
But then if they're losing, then it would show that Aaron Rodgers isn't the bad
if
man.
his QBR is through the roof and the receivers drop the ball or whatever the case may be, you can't blame it on him.
He could throw the ball better.
Really?
Yeah, he could throw the ball better. You know what I mean? So the receivers ain't dropping it.
You are never going to get him to like Aaron Rodgers.
I can see that.
Unless it is 2 years on the Pittsburgh Steelers and Super Bowls in a row. Then we'll tell you that Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback.
Yes, 100%.
Then he'll still be like, but he wasn't good as Big Ben. I still have to hear that shit.
You probably would. But it's the same thing. Robert Horry left the Lakers and came to San Antonio. And for like the first season, I was like, yo, this guy's trying to sabotage us just so that the Lakers can win again. Telling you.
Wow.
For a whole season, I was like, yo, because he wasn't shooting well. You know what I mean? He wasn't Big Shot Bob that first season. So I'm like, yo, this guy's trying to sabotage so fucking Phil Jackson can win another championship. You know what I mean?
Chillmonger, that is really a very good statement. He says, I don't know much about football, but I know he's going home to Sierra. That is correct. Yes. Yes. Because it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. Okay, this is the question of the show.
Uh-oh.
And it is for a young man that's driving home from work.
Man. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Tom Brady it's rumored and being reported that he would like to finish up his career in the San Francisco 49ers, where he used to watch his favorite football player, favorite quarterback, his hero, Joe Montana play. And my question is, if Mr. Tom Brady was to go to San Francisco 49ers and lead them to a Super Bowl and win that Super Bowl, would that move the needle for somebody closer to him being called the GOAT? Anzo, you would go first.
Start with me.
Well, I mean, I already think he is the GOAT, really.
Okay.
So.
But would that even strengthen the argument that he's GOAT? He'd be the first quarterback to win on 3 Super Bowls on 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd definitely say that.
Okay. I'm going to come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Becky, if Mr. Brady goes to a 3rd team and wins the Super Bowl, would that cement his position in history, in NFL history, as being called the GOAT? Would you buy that?
I already believe he's the GOAT.
Okay.
I mean, there's some questionable things from his career, but I already believe he's the GOAT. I personally will always like Joe Montana over Tom Brady.
Nothing wrong with that. You can like somebody better than somebody, but realize that they're not the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people like LeBron, but they don't realize that Michael Jordan's a GOAT. I totally can understand that. Okay.
Let me answer this for Chris. No. Go ahead, Chris.
In the event that Mr. Brady goes to a 3rd team and leads that team to the promised land, would that move your needle any closer to him being called the GOAT or being recognized as the GOAT?
Would it move my needle? Well, when my needle is on 0, moving it to 2 is moving. It would put him from what I said before, which is about number 5, maybe up to number 3, but no, it would not change my idea about the GOAT.
Told you. I told you.
But that's moving the needle. All he asked is, would it move my needle?
Y'all seen it? Whoever's on the chat, y'all seen it. That right there is pure 1,000% old, unadulterated hate.
No, listen. You just asked me, would it move my needle? The answer to that is yes. Yes, it would. It would move him up that scale, but it would not make him the GOAT.
So a quarterback going to 3 different teams and going to the Super Bowl, winning a Super Bowl, 3 different teams, he wouldn't be in the GOAT argument in your opinion?
No, I don't think that Peyton Manning's very close, and he's won it with 2. So, I mean,
But I'm saying if an individual player does more than any other individual player in that position, the statistics, all that stuff, wouldn't even let you put him in the conversation as being considered the GOAT.
It does not change my thought on that, and that's that. That's not me. It's just how I feel. So whatever.
Well, I just want you to
listen. If I hated the guy, I wouldn't even say he belongs in the top 10. I don't hate the guy. I just don't think he deserves to be called the GOAT.
I'm going to accept that, Chris. I'm going to accept that, Chris. But I want you to have that same energy when you arguing and trying to change my mind about something, and I say the same thing and being bullheaded like you. I want you to keep this same calm.
But I understand the things I understand the things you're like about that.
Hold on, let me say something real quick. Chris, you said, you put him in your top 10. That doesn't mean you hate him. The only reason why you put him in the top 10 is because you know there's no quarterbacks in the top 10 or what you put above him or below him are better. That's why you had to do it.
If I hated the guy, I could put anybody I want above him. I could put fucking...
You hate him.
You could, but logically it wouldn't make sense. So if you're being logical, then you know you can't put him above, right?
You hang your head on being logical and rational. That's what you always hang your head on. I'm rational. I don't do.
I am rational in the thought that, again, the way I view a GOAT is that he has played in a softer league than any person else in that top 10, I think, except for maybe Peyton Manning. Okay. And I think because of that means he does not get that designation because he has not played in an era where the quarterback were literally given the chance to be just totally just ran over.
Okay, so let me just make sure I'm clear. I want to make sure I'm clear for this, and I want to make sure
Yeah.
we get this on record.
Yeah.
If Patrick Mahomes go on a hot streak and win 7 or 8 Super Bowls in a row and do all this kind of stuff, he can never be considered a GOAT in your mind.
I've already said I don't think he'll ever get to that point.
I don't know. I'm
I don't
just saying
think he'll
if.
ever get.
I'm saying if. Nobody
No.
thought that Brady would
He
get
will not
that
be
many.
the GOAT. He will not be the GOAT. My opinion is that your quarterback list 2 weeks ago came out with Joe Montana, and I think I won't say 100% that's who I think should be the GOAT, but that's probably a 99% on my side of what I think.
I guarantee if we did that again, that outcome would not be the same.
So I want to make sure. I want to make sure. So you're saying that nobody that played after the Montana's era could ever be considered a GOAT in that position?
Sure. That's basically what I'm saying. You're right.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
You got it. All right, people. That's another one in the books. Oh,
is it okay if I ask you guys a question?
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead.
Now, I don't know if Enzo can make a fair assumption, but the big trade that happened with Cleveland and Dallas is we got Amari Cooper, and we switched our 6th-round draft picks with Dallas, and they got our 5th-round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Who do you think won that trade?
I gotta run.
All right, Chris.
All right, Chris.
Okay, Chris. Have a good night.
All right, guys. Later.
I don't think I would have traded Amari Cooper. I think he's. I think he was the alpha receiver for Dallas. I don't think I'm going to give that up. I know everybody's talking about C.T. Lamb, and I can't think of the other guy. But Jerry Jones, I've always said it. I'm going to continue to say it. He is racing against the Grim Reaper, so he's trying to put stuff together because he wants to win the Super Bowl one more time before he dies. So I don't know if all his decisions are rational. I don't know whether they're emotional driven, but I don't think I would have got rid of Amari Cooper. I don't think he was a problem as far as the receiver core on Dallas.
I agree with you 100%. I think it's a good trade, especially for Cleveland. It all depends on Baker Mayfield, like I said. You know what I mean? Still not really sold on him, but receiving core got a lot better with that trade.
Because with we didn't trade away any players. We traded a draft pick and we switched up our 6th-round draft pick with that.
But I saw an article about Jarvis Landry. Did he do something?
No, with Jarvis, what it was after the deal was finalized. Like, it won't be final officially until Wednesday at 4, but the Browns have let him basically talk to teams and look at getting traded.
Yeah, I thought I read something about that. I couldn't remember the details, but
I haven't heard anything. Like I said, between now and Wednesday, things are probably going to be very, very crazy in the NFL. I personally don't want to get rid of Jarvis, but I hope the best for him. And they said if he comes back, he'll have to take a pay cut, and I can't remember how much it is.
That sucks.
Yeah, no one wants to take a pay cut. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, a couple $1 million. Yeah.
I think I read too that one of the reasons Aaron stayed because they franchise tag what's his receiver Devontae Adams, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they're gonna be back together. So I'll sit interested to see. I thought he was gonna be out of there. I really did. And if I'm being honest, I wanted him to go to Pittsburgh. I wanted to see that dynamic, but we won't see it. So.
Nope.
Maybe we ain't gonna see because they signed for 4 years. I think he's done at age 42. He's gonna be a
Absolutely. It's probably his last contract.
I don't even think that he has much longer. Maybe 2, maybe 3 years. I don't know if he's got 4.
I never hear him about abusing his body and taking care of his body. He's not. I don't think there's any quarterback in there that's as crazy and anal over their body like
Brady.
Tom Brady is. But I haven't heard of any um, stories of him doing crazy and dumb. You don't hear about him in the off season. I don't.
No.
So I don't. I don't think he's one of the ones that does crazy stuff. I never seen him look out of shape and stuff. So he may be taking care of himself.
Yeah. I think he could play. He could probably play the full 4 years, maybe
He may not be as
2 or 3.
productive, but shit, that
Right.
sucker still, man. I think he only threw like 5 interceptions last year, man.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. They still need to I don't know what they're missing. Maybe their defense needs to get better, but you know, if they put some more pieces around them, they're definitely Super Bowl contenders, that's for sure.
I agree. I definitely agree. All right, before we get out of here, we're going to go around the panel. Let everyone shout out their channel, where they're going to be at. Miss Becky, what's going on in your neck of the woods? I don't think you have a channel now, but
No, I don't. I don't really do stuff on my channel. Every now and then I'll post videos. But you can find me on Instagram, or you can find me on Twitter.
Okay, good deal. You know, of course, you get an open invitation. We like to have a female perspective in sports. We don't get that a lot often. So we definitely glad to have you.
You can ask me about football and wrestling from the 80s and 90s.
You have to evolve your knowledge base, Becky. You gotta watch some basketball games, man. Watch some basketball games.
I follow.
So then Danny, I'll say we have to evolve and watch some baseball and hockey.
I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, watch some hockey.
I might watch hockey, but baseball, that's
I went to my first baseball game last year and I fell asleep.
Hey, I went to one in California. It was hot out there. I was like, oh my God. And it was slow. I was like, oh.
I don't mind going to baseball games, but watching them on TV, no, I can't do that.
I don't really like basketball anymore. I mean, I'll watch the MAC tournament because it's going on now and there's some good teams, but I don't watch.
I will agree. Basketball has lost some of its allure to me because, like, during the time when it was like Chicago and Detroit and the Bulls, Lakers, Celtics, man, that when basketball was fantastic, man. But now it has lost some of its pizzazz, and the games aren't as good to me as they were then. But I like the playoffs, especially if it's a team that I like. So, and like I said,
basketball
our first
was great when the Spurs were killing it. I mean, that's when basketball.
Lord.
20 years the Spurs were on top. That's when fucking basketball was great. Not that Michael Jordan shit. San Antonio's all about the Spurs.
You go some more hate, boy. That more hate, boy.
Well, if it means anything, when I did like watching basketball, I always watched the Lakers.
Good
it means nothing.
Good for you. Good for you, Becky. Good for you.
I always liked the Lakers.
You know, Showtime was fun. Showtime was fun. Fun ball. Ozzo, what's going on with you, bro?
Bigger Ford Entertainment. You guys know the channel, man. Just here. Glad it was here. It was a great show today.
All right, appreciate it. And I, of course, am the host, Danny Graham, aka Comic Chat. You can find me here on Saturday afternoons with Ozzo, Roberto, Chris Knight, and whenever Becky can jump on. Also, you can find us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night on our other shows, Chaotic Conversation, Chaos List, Voodoo 3, and also Wednesday nights. I'm on a show called The Hangout, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Guy Scar. A lot of other people. Then, of course, whenever Anzo invites me, OOC, shows Friday, man. If y'all want good conversation about current events, that's the show to come to. Sometimes it might be harder than what you want it to be, but you know it's going to be real. It's going to be very interesting and engaging. So, as always, man, we appreciate y'all. Let me give a shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Mad 1306, Guy Scar, appreciate it. Dandelion Fluff, thank you for coming by. G Major, Chillmonger, Sean, what's up, Sean? T Virus, what's up, Terrence? No. Gus Webb, what's up? No. 10 more hours? No, ain't happening today. And Caleb, Ashley the Widow, Samuel Stokes, we appreciate it. Next week, we're probably going to try and do, I sent it to you, what was it?
The NBA players,
Yeah, the
top 75.
top 75 NBA players.
Yeah.
Not the ones that they got listed, but ones that I like. And so we might do that next week. What?
Nothing.
You said something about trash.
No. You said the ones that you like. I'm like,
Yeah. You know,
I don't even.
I didn't put Tim Duncan on there and Tony Parker and Ginobili. Didn't I put them on there?
I didn't see who all you put on there, but if you
David
did,
Robinson.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay, I put all them.
But you know why you put them motherfuckers on so that they can get knocked out first round.
No, I didn't. That ain't gonna be up to me. I'm only one vote.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm only one vote on that.
I feel you.
I don't think I know 75 basketball players.
Yeah, you do.
Damn.
Yeah, you do. I don't know 75 baseball. Shit, I don't know one baseball player that's playing now. I'm telling you, if I had to guess a baseball player name now, I would be dead.
Facts.
I don't know the first one.
Facts.
Yeah. I don't even know anyone on Cleveland's baseball team.
I know that I had.
I keep wanting to call them the Indians, and they're not the Indians anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, surprised you didn't talk about that, Danny. Carlson Wentz.
I was if Roberto was on here, but Roberto was like, he done.
He's done with the team.
I'm like, damn, bro. Really? Is it that serious?
Oh, did you guys see what Antonio Brown actually put about Amari Cooper getting traded?
What'd he say?
He put that Cooper being one of the best receivers is only worth a 5th and 6th round draft pick.
Throwing shade at me.
Maybe Dallas might be looking to get him.
Might be. I don't think Dak can handle him, but we shall see if they go that route.
We shall see. You know they like to get those riffraff and trouble players, man. So
that's doggone Jerry Jones' MO, boy.
Yeah. Drama queens.
Don't be surprised if you see him in a Dallas Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. All right, people. Till next time, take it easy. Peace.
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 Square one.